Greetings from chess.com. I'm back to do a video on Vidit's games. Vidit scored 3.5 out of 4 games yesterday and is now on 6.5 bar 7 in the European Online Club Championship. Now, I'm going to give you different options in some critical positions and give you a chance to test your chess skills and match moves with none other than Vidit Gujrathi. I have done the first part of this series in Play Like Vidit MCQ. You can watch that video. For now, let's begin with this game. Here I can see Vidit is black and Gujrathi David is white. In this position, Vidit chose a move that's slightly risky, but take a moment to see what you would do as black. I'm going to give you some options. Do you want to play rook g6? Do you want to play pawn to d4? Do you want to play knight takes g3, or do you want to play pawn to a5? These are the 4 options I'm giving you. Some of them are really bad and some of them are okay. One of them is very good. Okay. At the end of this video, I would like to, I would want you to stop and then drop your comments, your moves, and let me know who scores the most. And give yourself 5 if you are getting the right answer every time. In this position, the correct move is rook to g6, pressurizing the g3 point even further. But a5 doesn't make sense because this loses a pawn. You see that the queen is on e1, so it's keeping an eye on a5. So a5 doesn't help. Knight g3 is of course a blunder because of rook g3. d4 is an interesting try. It's not the best move, but it's the move played by Vidit. So if you chose rook g6, I would definitely give you 5 points. Let's see what happened after d4. Queen c1. This was a mistake, and now in this position I'm not going to give you any choice because this is a very important move. I want you to figure this on your own, because if you figure this move, then you can consider that this position is heavily winning. So it's a very important moment. The drawback, you see, queen c1, and in one of the videos pertaining to chess acronyms I have shared IDCC. So as soon as your opponent makes a move, that is I is equal to idea, see what's the idea, and see the drawback. The drawback of queen c1 is that it leaves the f2 square vacant. I hope you have already found the answer. It's knight f2, attacking the bishop and also attacking the knight. This ensures that black is in a winning position already, because after bishop e2 there is d3, and then Vidit played queen d7, and after knight d1, queen d5. The range, this b7 to h1 or a to h1 range helped him to win the game. In fact, in the end, he was able to promote this pawn with the queen takes f2 sack and then d2. Okay, let me go to the next game. In this position, Vidit was white, and it's your chance. What will you do as white? Will you play king to c2, king to c1, bishop to a4, or something else? Okay, the correct move in this position is bishop a4, so that this knight could come into the game, and king c2 obstructs the knight further. So bishop a4 was played by Vidit, and you get 5 points if you found that one. And after bishop a4, his opponent went a bit hasty with knight c4. Again, it's your chance. Do you want to play bishop c6, bishop c1, or b takes c4? Yes, b takes c4. Yes, after bc4, dc4, do you want to play king c1, or do you want to play bishop c6, or do you want to play something else? In this position, if you chose bishop to c6, I would say that's also one of the best moves in the position. And if you chose knight c2, that's also quite good. Of course, you should not do something stupid as giving away the pawn on d4. You should retain that pawn. But ultimately, after you win a piece like that, you should try to establish a blockade in a way that you prevent the expansion of these two pawns. So that's what Vidit does. After bishop e1, he plays knight a1 to take control of the b3 square, and then he went on to win. On to the next game. In this position, after queen takes e8, it is white to play. Vidit was white against Sorens and Hampus. What do you want to play as white? Do you want to play c takes d4? Do you want to play bishop takes g5? Do you want to play bishop b3? Or do you want to play queen f3? Or maybe if you want to play king g2, that's also a possibility, but choose a clever possibility, a move that gives you winning chances or chances to play for an advantage. Alright, the move chosen by Vidit is the strongest one. It is queen f3. attacking the knight on d5, and once this knight moves, this also helps white rook to come to e1 with tempo and also attack the black queen. But if you chose other moves like, let's say, bishop into g5, it's not great because black has queen e5 protecting this pawn, and this knight on d5 will stay there unless you play c4, which allows this d pawn to be a passer. If you chose c takes d4 in this position, again black has bishop d4, and then if you play queen f3, black has queen b5. So then b2 is also likely to fall soon. So considering that, even king g2 is not great because black has queen b5. So after queen f3, if black plays queen b5 in this position, white has bishop b3, and then let's say he moves knight to f6, then white can play bishop into g5 and keep pressurizing the black king. There are very few pieces for black on the king side, and white he is having, I think, a slight edge in this position. So in this position, after rook takes e8, queen takes e8, queen f3, dc3, bc3, knight f6, bg5, Vidit had a slight advantage, and then later he converted it into a win because he had these double bishops, and then he went on to win the game. So that was a great win by Vidit. And then the last game, he used black, and I think the team needed just a half point, which is enough for them to top the table, so he agreed to a draw. In this position, my simple question to you is, what's the name of this opening? So just let me know in the comments. The game ended in repetition here after bishop c4 and bishop b5. So just let me know what is the name of the opening and what is the story behind it, or why is it called so. Do drop your answers in the comments. I will read them all, and maybe I'll pick one of you to play a game against me sometime. I'll be back with another video soon. Do like the video, do subscribe to our channel, and I'll be back again. Until then, take care. Bye bye.